Guys, what's up? Chad Close here, CCGaming, and today we're going to be doing some, let's see, score multipliers, and we're going to work on money, I guess, so we can start stepping towards the whole store and the leveling up process. This is a tutorial on how to make a game in Unity 3D. It's a pretty basic tutorial, and we are putting up videos every Tuesday and Thursday, so make sure you subscribe, stay tuned. And let's jump right in. So if we go ahead and play this game right now, as you kill people, you get score, and then they drop boxes and whatnot, and you're gonna have ammo and whatnot. But I think a score multiplier would be pretty cool. If so every time you kill someone, your score multiplier moves up a little bit, and then every time you get to a certain tier, you get ×2 or whatnot, and then you go down in score multiplier every time say you get hit. So let's work on that. So first what we're going to do is if we go ahead and go into our player move, and then our health. So every time the player dies, it's going to add the score to the player move score, but we're also going to do player move dot running score. We're going to plus equal our point total there too. Alright? So we're going to have to go ahead and make a static var for this running total. So var, or static var running score, which is going to be equal to 0. And now we're going to have a variable called tiers, score tiers, which is going to be an int array. And this is pretty much going to be how you need this much score to get ×1, ×2, times whatever. So that's that. So now we can just make a function called tiers, and in this function, put a lovely GUI function tiers. We're gonna make a current tier variable, which is going to be an int. Did I spell that wrong? Current tier, which is going to be an int, and it's just going to actually just instead initialize it to 1, because you're going to be in tier 1. You're going to have a ×1 multiplier right away. Alright, so in the tiers function, if your running score is greater than score tiers current tier minus 1, because we need to back it up 1, because 1 is actually going to be the second number in the array and we want the first number. So we can just do that, and then if the running score is greater than, we're just going to bump up our current tier plus equals 1. And we're actually going to go ahead and make the current tiers a static var too. Static var. Because our, right here, our score is going to be times by that current tier. Whoop. Current tier. So that way our current tier is not going to be able to go out by the current tier, because that would kind of be cheating. So, but yeah. So now every time you go up tiers, you pretty much make more. And let's make a quick GUI function so we can actually see all that. So right next to our score, let's make a box and put that be 100, and we're just gonna make it 50 wide. And we can just go like X current tier. Alright, and then we're gonna have to bump all these over 50, which isn't a big deal. Right? So now we have our score multiplier up there. So now if we go ahead and play this, go into our player, and we can minimize these. And in our score tiers, let's just have 5 score tiers. So the first one, let's just say every person is 100. So if you kill 20 people without getting hit, you get it. I think, 20 times 100, 2,000. So, and then 2,000, and then we can do 10,000, how about 30,000, 50,000, and then 100,000. So let's go ahead and play this real quick. So now when we're playing, let's see if I can get into a tier real quick. Yep, so as you can see, now my tier went up, and I am now making 200 points for every single score, which is cool. And as you can see, I just got hit, but I didn't go down a tier, and that's because we still have to make that. So, in our enemy move, where we hit our player right here and hit, we're also going to make player dot current tier. Oh no, current tier. It's ER. Current tier is going to equal 1, so it's going to just reset the tier. Whoop. Spelled it right the first time. Oh, actually, just wait. Whoop. Current tier equals 1, and also our running score is going to equal 1. I spelled it right. What's wrong? Oh, player move. My bad. So now if we go ahead and play this, and let's see if I can get up 2,000 right away. So now I got ×2. Oh, yep, there we go, ×2. So now if I get hit, now I'm back down to 1. So exactly what we wanted, and yeah, so that's cool. So now let's get some money drops out of these little boxes. So we're gonna make another variable, a static variable, in here, and that's just gonna be called money, and we're gonna make it equal to 0. And we're gonna get money from dropped boxes, and by killing people. So we're just gonna get some. Well, first, let's do the when you kill someone. So we can just do player move. That money is gonna be equal to this. Or should we just use our points as our money? We could do that. Should we have that? Let's see. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's have our points be our money at the same time. But we still need this money variable because it's just gonna. We just need it to be a normal variable, a private variable actually. It's just gonna hold. Let's not make it private right now. It's just gonna hold how much we've actually spent already, and then our money would be total to our total score minus our money. All right, and let's see. Another thing I decided to do, instead of doing like rounds, we're gonna do milestones. So this is a little, it's a different idea than most games do. I think it's gonna be a cool one. So up here we can just have or we can just make a variable called current milestone, and our current milestone is gonna be equal to 1 at start. We can just make it 0, and then we're gonna have our milestones, which is int. All right, and in our tiers we can actually just check our milestones, and we can just copy all this and then do if our total score, which is just what's it called, score, just go score, is greater than our current, or no, milestones of our current milestone, then we're going to make our current milestone go up 1, which actually we don't have to do this. Let's just do ++, a little shorter. Alright, so our current milestone is going to go up 1. And also, when you make a milestone, it's going to give you, let's see. It's gonna, first off, it's gonna put out new zombies and stuff like that. But also, it's gonna send out an explosion and kill everyone around you. So let's just go ahead and make our explode function. And we don't have an explode function in this script, so we can just go ahead and hit explode. Alright. And then go ahead and let's go ahead and copy our explode from our health. Explode. Alright. And we don't got the destroy object in here, which is good. So everything is good. One thing we're going to do is we're going to have to declare all of our variables. So our, what is it, tiny explode. What else do we got? Damage, which equals, we're going to equal 10. It's going to be a big. And then also our blast radius is going to equal like these floats. Our blast radius is going to be like huge too. It's going to be like 0.8. So it's just going to pretty much demolish everything. And also this damage, we're just going to get rid of this entire damage. And we're just going to delete it, or minus our damage. So everyone's going to get hurt really bad. Alright, and that should be everything there. So we go ahead in our player. So now we need to declare this tiny explode, but we're not going to use the same tiny explode. I'm going to go back to this default tiny, and rename this player explode milestone, mile explode, and make that 1. And we're going to get rid of the force, but we're going to keep the shockwave on this one. And we'll just go ahead and throw that in here. And let's go ahead and just make some simple milestones real quick. Let's just make 5. And we'll do like, we'll just, for testing purposes, let's just do really low ones. Oops. We can adjust them later once we get the spawning more down and stuff like that. Alright, so we're going to level up and pass milestones pretty fast here. But let's just make sure everything works. Boom! So yeah, that was cool. Might have to, yeah, now I'm just leveling up like crazy. It looks like I kind of want it a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and just change this. Let's make the blast radius like 15. Make sure that's like this 20,000, 10,000. Let's go ahead and test this out again. Boom. 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 Alright, so looks like it's working good. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so that works good. So let's go ahead and just delete this mild explode. Alright. Alright, so let's make our store. How we're gonna do the store is it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be 3D. And I've never done this before, so you guys might have to just bear with me because I'm kind of playing around right now. But we are going to make another camera. We're going to call this store camera. And we are going to, let's see, if I put this to 0, maybe 2, I'm pretty sure. Nope, that doesn't do it. Alright. We're just gonna enable this so it's not the current scene one, and we're just gonna remove our audio listener. And let's see, what else do we need? This is all good. So we're just gonna put it, say 0, 0, and then we're gonna put it like 100. We're gonna put it over here, kind of really far. We can go ahead and enable it right now just so we can see. We're going to make it dark, the background, and then we're going to go ahead and throw in our turrets around this kind of like a carousel type of looking thing. So let's go ahead and make an empty in here. Put it as 0, 0, like 105 maybe. Might be a little too much or a little less, but we're just going to call this store about. a roundabout. It's not. It's a store about. Get it? Okay. So in our player, let's go ahead and put our turrets in here. So turret 1, turret 2, and turret 3. And also we have our barrel. Alright. And let's go ahead and remove that. So it like just puts it in there, but you can't see it. Oh, there it is. That's kind of weird. Okay. Go back to our store camera. We're gonna click all of this player, and we're gonna delete everything but turret 1. So now if I select this, it should just be turret 1. We're just gonna drag turret 1 into our store about. Drag turret 2 into our store about. And store 3 into our store about. Delete both of these. And we are going to drag our barrel too. Alright, so now we have all of these in here. And these need to be 0 on the Y. And then also these need to be scaled up quite a bit. Yeah. Let's just do 100. And let's scale the barrel down like to 10. 15. And then we don't need the health script. We don't need the. Actually, we do need the mesh collider, but we want that a trigger. We don't want it a trigger. With these, we want to add mesh colliders. So we can just go ahead and throw box colliders on those. That will be fine. And now, since we have our store about is at 105, so this one should be at like, let's see, 0. These should be at 105. Whoa. Not 105. 0. Alright, and then let's see. How about -2? This one can be at 2. Alright, and then let's make this camera go in more and then up. So we'll be able to see these kind of. Those kind of rotate when you rotate the entire store. So yeah, it'll be able to show it, and then it can put. See, do we want it the name and stuff up here? Yeah, we can put the name and stuff up here, and then left and right buttons, and that should work out just fine. So let's go ahead and make a folder over here called store, so we keep it all separate. And in here we're just going to call object rotate. And what this script is going to simply do is just rotate our objects so they kind of just float around in a circle. And we don't need to start. What we can just do is in our transform, in our update, we can do transform dot Euler angles dot y plus equals time dot delta time times like 5. Might be even a little slow. Let's do like every second. We want it to do about, say, like 360 maybe degrees. Time dot delta time. So they are spinning really, really fast. So let's bump this down to like 180. 90. Yeah, so there we go. So now we're going to put two left and right buttons right here. So we're just going to make a new script called store about and attach that to the store about. Alright? And we're just going to do, oh my god, alright. In a function on GUI, we're just going to make two buttons. So we're going to do GUI.button rec, and we want it on the bottom of the screen. So we're going to go 0 and then screen.height, and we'll minus it by like just like 100 or 50 for right now. That's fine. And we'll make it 50 by 50, and then it's going to say left. So if you click this button, it's going to do something, and then if we click the other button, which is going to be right, and it's going to be screen.width minus 50. This is just how wide your screen is. And if we go left, we want this thing to rotate negative 90 degrees. So transform Euler angles y minus equals 90, and this will be the same but plus. So now if we go ahead and play this, maybe not. Oops, GUI dot. There we go. Should work now. Alright. So now we have these left and right buttons, and we can just switch around them. We could do a lerp, and they could, what lerp does is it just like smoothly rotates it. But this is fine. I kind of like this. You can see the barrel is really low. So we can just move the barrel up 0.5. Oh, no, 0.25. Right. Cool. Alright, so we have our store. So now we want to be able to change from store to gameplay. And how we're going to do that is a script in the player move, which is going to be just a static var Alright, so we're just going to make a static variable called store, and it's going to equal false to start off. And in our update, let's make store a function just to keep it all in functions. So if store, we want our time to be paused, so time.timescale equals 0. Oops, copy that. Else timescale is going to equal 1. And then we need to switch back between the two cameras. So we can just do camera dot camera cameras transform, and we should just be able to do like cameras 0 is gonna be dot enable is gonna equal false, and our other one is going to be true. Trying to think, actually I'm not gonna have this store function in there. If whenever we call this, if it's store, it's just gonna switch it. So store is now equal false because it was true, and now it's true. Alright, and then we're gonna switch these. Oh, is this right already? Yeah. So if we're in the store, we want to turn off the store, and we want the first one enabled and the other one, and then If we're not in the store, we want that one. Yep, okay, so this is backwards now. So we're gonna make, on our GUI, we're gonna make a button. If GUI.button rec 0, or no, screen.width minus 50, 0, 50, 50, and then we're gonna just call this one store. So if you press the store button, we're just gonna call store, right? So now, I already has a definition for store. Doesn't. Where does it have? What? We'll just call it switch score. It was declared as a variable. Whoops, our camera is going to be an array. Come on. What's wrong? 52. Stop being difficult. Enabled. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Alright, we're just gonna get the camera script on that. So it's a component. It's just called a camera component. So if we do .transform.get component, I don't know if it's undercase. I think it's capitalized. Camera. Let's see if that works. Alright, so that works. So let's just go ahead and copy and paste that. Now, if we play this, and we switch between the stores, we don't have our cameras declared. That's why. So in our player, our cameras, we're going to have two of them. And the first one is going to be our main camera, and the second one is going to be our store camera. And we're going to make our store camera be enabled off, just to start off. So now if I switch to the store, so now, why aren't these rotating? $29, 20. Oh, that's because we have our camera enabled. And what we can do right here is we can just, for our move up here, we're just going to go if store. So that way if we're not in the store, we'll do all this stuff. Smells like something's burning in here. Alright, so now if we go to store, I don't know why they aren't rotating though. Why aren't they rotating? Well, that all works. Oh, it's because I turned off time. That's why. Funny. Because when they're rotating their time, delta time, and there's no delta time right now. So we'll just go every frame, I guess. In every frame, we want it to rotate. There's 60 FPS on a computer, so we'll just do 1 for right now. And there we go. And it looks like what's wrong? What's wrong now? Oh, it's because static bars, I think, reset once if you like back out and stuff like that. So we go into our store. Alright, so now we can switch them. If we go back, everything is good, and it's right where we left off, which is cool. Level up. Level up. God, I'm just a boss. I'm just leveling up like crazy. Alright, so let's let's go back to the store. Alright, so we have all of our guns and stuff, which is cool. And let's check on our time real quick. It's like we are pretty much on the 30-minute mark, so we are going to be done for today. Hope you guys like it. Subscribe. Make sure you follow this tutorial series. And next time, we'll probably work on buying stuff in the stores and unlocking and stuff like that. And then, yeah, so we'll go from there. So I hope you guys join us then. Make sure you subscribe. Tuesday and Thursday, we put out every new videos every time. So follow us. See ya.